G'day, it is Bowie Jane with Jess Bowen for Babes Behind the Beats. We are back in studio 2024. We're killing it.
You missed not just with Jess Bowen and with
Billy.
Come on. She's
I
the
know. Oh no, she heard her name. Don't
She's
say
the
it.
most important. Oh, look at her wagging her tail. She's the most
Stay.
important person in this room.
And look at her colouring. We chose her because the couch, perfect match.
I'm also kind of blending in with all this right now.
You are really.
Can you even see me out there?
She's going camouflage.
Going with the camo look. It's my 2024 goals.
Try and blend in with
Try and
all
blend in everywhere.
furniture. Oh my god! Like you've got to wear the exact same color as your drum kit.
Yes.
And if whatever the backdrop is as well.
So now I just got to get a drum kit that like maybe looks like this.
Yeah.
Because I'm basically just wearing tie dye all the time.
Yeah.
So
red carpets when there's the black wall, wear black.
yes.
Yeah.
There we go. That's it. And that's the episode. Okay. Talking about camouflage.
Interesting stuff.
Right? Oh, man. Well, how you been doing?
Well, we haven't really caught up properly. So, we had a little bit of a catch up after the old Big Brother.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
But I've been out for like a while now. So it's I'm back into normal life, which is exciting. And
how's it feeling being back into, do you
It's
feel
good.
like how long do you feel like it took you to feel like back to like normal?
I legit didn't really unpack for about, like I've only just unpacked. Like, so we'll say 6 weeks.
6 weeks to feel kind of like, okay, I'm in the real world again.
Yeah, and like even the fridge, like I'd buy food. I'd buy like what I would normally eat before I went on Big Brother.
Mhm.
So chicken and rice from Trader Joe's and whatever. I have them all the meals there ready to go, and I would just look at them and go, I don't want it. So they would just go off.
What, like, because you just didn't,
I
for
just
what
wasn't in
reason?
my routine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
so
you still
weird.
felt like you were in the Big Brother house, or like it felt.
I have no idea what it was, but like I literally am only getting back into my good habits now, and even like doing CrossFit every day, that I've just started doing again. So
It feels good though, right?
Oh,
I feel like getting back into that routine is
routine's
always
great.
It's nice working out, getting those endorphins.
Yeah.
We love working out here. We love health.
Yeah, we do. We did CrossFit together recently.
Oh yeah, we did it at Brick, close in West Hollywood,
Yeah.
and that was, I love it. Again, it's just like the best feeling, going into a class for an hour and just forgetting about everything and just focusing on like whatever the workout is.
Yeah.
And then leaving dripping in sweat. I do I sound psycho? I feel like this.
No, this is like meditating. I heard
Yeah.
someone interviewed and they said the same thing, that their meditation, they can't do medication. They can do medication, but not meditation. But they said doing exercise or a class or whatever, it means they're just focused, they're in pain. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, everyone has, I guess, their ways of like a therapy, for instance.
Yeah.
Like for me, that's my therapy too, is like working out.
Because you've had to incorporate that on tour, haven't you? As have
yeah.
I with gigs and stuff.
Yes, I think for me, like early on my touring days, like I was the typical like partied and just like didn't really take care of myself. Like I would stay up late just drinking, and then I'd wake up and just like kind of start the whole thing over again. And I guess because I was in my 20s, or just younger than I am now, I was able to survive. But like no joke, right now, if I tried to think about like doing that and then waking up the next day, and I have to work out now, as in like the working out really helps me like just stay sane on the road. It helps me also, like if I am drinking, like partying, which I guess I do that on tour, I need to wake up and I just like sweat it out of my system.
Yeah.
And then I just feel like a brand new person again.
Yeah, and the endorphins.
Yes, I need to do it. Like I literally will wake up. I remember I was doing this tour with Tessa Violet, and I think she was like, she actually like made fun of me, I think, for this, because she was like, we didn't get until like 3 a.m. and you're up at 6 a.m. doing your workout. Like, what are you doing? Because at the time it was like, I knew that if I didn't get it in, and I knew that was the only time I could get my workout in, I would just feel crazy the whole day, and I just didn't want to feel like that.
And what kind of workouts are you doing on the road? Like, you're not going to a gym at 6 a.m., right?
No. So that tour that I did with her specifically was a hotel. Like we did a Sprinter van, and we'd be in hotels every night.
Okay, yeah.
So I would use the hotel gym. So I'd basically wake up at 6 a.m., make sure I get into that hotel gym.
Hence why you had to be on the bus at 6 a.m., is that right? Or
Well, it was a Sprinter van.
Yeah.
So remember, so those tours you'd be in hotels.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
there's
yeah.
like, there's pros and cons to being in a tour tour bus, which is, you know, you get to sleep overnight, then you just wake up in the next city.
Yeah.
But then when you do a van, it's like or sprinter van, you're basically driving a little bit through the night, stopping at a hotel. But the good thing about that is you're stopping at a hotel and you get to sleep in a hotel bed, and then you have the shower and you have, you know, the workout there, and you could do a poo. Just remember, you cannot shit on buses. For people who do not know, the number one rule on a tour bus: do not take a shit. You'd be surprised that people still do that. But
that's crazy. I've been in trouble, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised that, knock on wood, where's their wood? Somewhere. But I haven't had any issues with that yet. Although I'd
have to be careful what I ate, to be honest.
Yeah, I guess maybe it's a little bit of that. And
actually, on Big Brother, I made sure no onions.
No onions.
Yeah, and I was careful about drinking coffee as well, because I was like, that could muck up my stomach. I'm sharing a room with people, so.
And there's only one bathroom.
One toilet, so I was like, oh my God.
Wait, did you get it? So I imagine with one bathroom and that many people in a house, were people like, I need to go, and like someone would be in there, and are people like knocking to get you out?
There
like,
was a bit of that, yeah. But then when you had a household, there was a toilet upstairs that you could use.
But that's only one person who wins.
Yeah. No, but yeah, you just share it. They're like, people go, I'm going to go use your toilet. Like, okay.
That's good, because you're like, but still 2 toilets for 17 people to start with.
And the first few weeks, it was just one toilet.
Oh, true, because you didn't have like a head of household competition or something.
Or the room. I can't remember, actually.
Or whoever won didn't want to share it. Who won the first one? It was Riley,
wasn't
Riley.
It? Yeah.
Did Riley?
That was week 2, was it? Yeah, week 2.
Oh, wow.
No, I don't know, actually.
That's so funny. You're like, it's too long ago.
I'm like, I can't remember anything. That's all a blur.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I do understand that toilet thing. Obviously, when I'm on the road with gigs, I'm in hotels. But so I've got a hotel gym.
Yeah. So you do the same thing I do, which is work out at the hotels, which it's harder to like get yourself motivated. I do prefer taking classes. Like, it's hard, but when you're on the road, you're like, I have to do something. So
sometimes I go to the local CrossFits.
I will do that. I used to go do that a lot, and now I use ClassPass a lot, actually.
Yeah. ClassPass is great now.
I know.
It's better than it used to be.
I actually really like it. This is not an ad for ClassPass.
This is
although
not
we will
an ad.
take an ad if you want ClassPass, please. No, I love using it, because anywhere that you travel, like, I've been able to find classes that do ClassPass.
Even CrossFit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my local CrossFit's on ClassPass, so I just use that.
The one that you came to with me is on ClassPass.
Yeah.
That's, I think, how you used it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's handy because we're all over the country, so.
Yeah.
And actually, when I got out of the house, we caught up and we went to a comedy night.
We did. We went to, so our friend Suman, our mutual friend Suman, puts on this amazing comedy show. It's called Sour Patch Adults.
Yeah.
Because it's a play on Sour Patch Kids. You get it? No, Sour Patch Adults. And you can follow it, actually, if anyone wants to go check it out, at Sour Patch Comedy. Isn't that their Instagram handle?
Think so.
We can tag it in it, because it's so good. It was so funny.
It was really good, and she's funny.
Suman's hilarious.
Yeah, and also the girl who was last was really, really funny, and she was a big name.
I know. I feel bad that right now I can't remember her exact name, and I don't even want to try because I don't want to mess it up, but she was amazing.
Yeah, and hilarious.
Yeah.
And it was cool because it was a small room, so it's intimate, but you get it was cool, right in Hollywood.
Yeah. And so they're doing it every month, actually. So if anyone wants to go to that, we should go again. I think it's coming up February 7th.
Oh.
Is that right?
That's cool.
It's February. I'm trying to remember the date, but sometime in February. So if anyone wants to go to that, you know where to find me and Bowie.
We'll be in the corner drinking. No, that's not true. Oh, also, you could buy your own drink out of the fridge, and
Oh my gosh, that's right.
And you just Venmo'd it. But you were doing dry January, so.
Listen, I call it damp January.
Please, tell me about your dry January. Guys, if you've been doing dry January, how boring. But tell me about it.
Listen, I know it's so stereotypical. Everyone's like, dry January.
Not me.
But I didn't do dry January, I did damp January. So what I did was I just needed to cleanse after the holidays. I feel like we all feel that way. I know, again, this is a stereotypical thing people say, but I was like, I'm going to do damp January.
Probably did need to cleanse, to be honest.
I really did. I drank so much and ate everything in sight because it's the holidays. Like, what else are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
So Me and Lauren, my fiance, decided, you know what, we're gonna do dry January. And then I was like, I do know that like I have 2 shows, and I know that at those shows all my friends are going because one of them was here in LA and one was in Phoenix. So one in my right now hometown and one in my old hometown. Like all of my friends are going to be at both.
You have to drink.
So I was like, but like maybe I can just take those 2 nights off of dry January. So that's why I call it damp January. And
so she said to me, I'll only drink at gigs. And I'm like, cool. So radio's gig, right?
Yeah,
she's like, no.
I was like, I don't think I can count this as a show. I think I said to you, I was like, when I'm playing drums. It has to be when I'm playing drums.
I was like, I found a technicality.
Yeah, yeah. But look, we're almost at the end of the month. It's January. Yeah. It's like January 24th or something like that. So
that's right.
We're fine. I'm fine. Like we're gonna get through it. I say this as if like you're part of it. I'm like, listen, we're gonna get through it,
like,
Bowie.
Yeah, I was fine.
It's just because you like want me to drink with you. So I'm like, Bowie, don't worry, we're gonna get through this. And you're like, I just need to be over.
Oh my God! All I did was drink all of December. I think it just seemed to be event. Oh my God!
Well,
crazy.
So it's different for you because you also did go 4 months of basically being completely sober in the Big Brother house. So when you got out, I'm not saying it's like I went wild, but you know, you had your drink, you drank.
You really do. And I thought, I'm an experienced drinker, so I won't be like running amok. But you do, like, you just sort of. It's also all the stimulation, and you're like out in the real world, and you're partying, and you're getting invited to a lot of really big events, so it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
You don't want to not drink because you're chatting to all these new people.
Yeah, you're like, I need to loosen up a little bit. I can't just have these conversations with strangers every day.
People coming up all the time, like even like the other day at the grocery store.
Still, oh my gosh, I remember wait, one more thing I want to go back on. Did you just say running amok?
Yeah, you don't say that?
I don't. Is this an Australian thing, or do you think
it probably is?
Okay,
yeah.
What does it mean?
Like running wild.
Oh, okay. Running amok. I just love because like you say things so many times and I always want to point them out when I don't know what it is. So I'm like, so what
running amok.
It was just like when you said chinwag before and I was like, I literally don't think I've actually heard someone use the word chinwag in life. But
some people when I was on the show were saying, she's not really Australian.
What?
That she's making it up. Oh my God. People say anything.
And yeah, I can't believe that.
I was like, mate, you cannot do this accent.
I was gonna say, I'm like, you're like in the best way possible, like the most Australian person I know.
I know, I can't lose the accent even if I try. Like I've tried. No, I haven't tried. Actually,
you're always like, mate this, mate that, and you say chinwag and Bob's your uncle and running amok.
Yeah, and g'day.
And g'day, yeah.
And they're like, she doesn't really say g'day, and I'm like, I've been doing this podcast for a few years now, and I say g'day every single time.
It's literally your thing. Yeah. It's your tagline. Like you have to say it, and it's why you did it on Big Brother too.
That's what I say.
You said it when you were in the
when you vote
people. Yeah, good day, Julie.
Yeah,
I can't even say it right. Good day. I still okay. I'm not even gonna
try. Now speaking of those gigs that you were allowed to drink at, you had Little Luna gig.
That was here in LA.
Yep, that was cool. And you had Arizona on the weekend.
Yeah. My band, The Somerset, we played in Arizona supporting a band called The Main, which again, Adobe radio favorites. I feel like everyone knows The Main here. Yeah. But yeah, they are. So we grew up with The Main. My band, The Somerset, and The Main.
Literally grew up.
Literally, as in, so we were obviously at the time had different band names, but my band, the Somerset, we used to be in this band called Last Call for Camden, and the guitarist Kennedy, and the guitarist Kennedy of The Main was our singer. So
you're joking.
So me, John, and Steven from my band, the two brothers, and Kennedy from The Main, and me on drums, we were in a band called Last Call for Camden.
No.
Up until I think it was like our junior year of high school, maybe senior year. I can't remember exactly, but
oh my God.
And then kind of, had our differences of, musical, like which ways we wanted to go. So Kennedy ended up joining The Main, and they were friends of ours because they were in another local band that was called, at first they were called Kerosene Kids, and then they were called, I can't remember the other name of the band, but basically like Pat and Garrett from The Main, we had grown up playing shows with literally all the time when they were a different band.
I had no idea.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know this. This is a fun fact about our bands. Like, I feel like it's like we don't talk about it. Like, maybe like the OGs and the diehards would know this, but a lot of people don't realize we were in a band and our singer before Brian was Kennedy from the Maine.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So when I say grew up together, I mean literally like.
Yeah, I thought you meant like you grew up watching them or something.
No, just grew up together in the music scene. Literally, Kennedy from the Maine was in our band. We had a band together. We all grew up playing shows together. We had even done a show like as when Kennedy was still in our band with the Maine before he had joined the Maine. And so it was like, that's what I'm saying. It's very...
That's crazy.
Yeah. And so it's just like really cool to go back to the hometown, you know what I mean? Our hometown, and play with this band that we have literally grown up with and see just like how amazing. It's just like such a cool experience. And
that
like
would have
been
a great vibe. So like everyone is a real fan, like, and friends.
And friends and family. I mean, no joke, like the tour manager of the Maine, his name's Justin Reese, and again, someone that we grew up with, and now he's tour managing the Maine, and he even was saying how his mom was at the show, and he's like, she's back there looking for all your parents because all of our parents used to go to the shows and watch us as kids, and they all were like running into each other and being like, oh my gosh, it's so good to see you.
Oh my god.
So yeah, it's like a really cute thing, and then you see people bringing their kids and like
so
other
new
family
generation
members. Yeah. So
and your nephew.
Oh, my nephew couldn't come because he got sick.
Oh,
I know. I wanted to see him at the show, but it's okay. He'll see more. He's going to see shows for his whole life.
I mean, just for clarification, how old is your nephew?
So he is now, he's turning 2 in June. So
he's not 2 yet.
So he's not 2 yet, but he's turning 2 in June.
It was going to be his first concert.
Yeah,
no,
like his
not first concert.
No, it would have been his first real concert, because the
Ah.
first time he came to see me, like I just always remember because he came with his big headphones. It's the cutest thing ever.
That's right.
And he couldn't stay up for us. It was a headliner, so we weren't playing till like 9 p.m., which is too late for a toddler. So he came to the sound check.
That's right.
So he had seen a sound check, but he hasn't been to a show yet. And
he's
that was gonna
been
be
to the
his-
green room, but he hasn't seen
seen
a
the
show.
green room.
That's
Everyone knew
right.
who he was, and I don't think he knew who anyone was, obviously. but yeah, and he's gonna be a little drummer boy. I actually just dropped off my electronic kit because I got a new one.
That's
and I dropped
right.
off the one, my old one, and I gifted it to my brother and my nephew.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
That was
so-
the one you bought at Guitar Center?
That was the one that I was
COVID or
using during
something?
COVID. So COVID happened, and I was like, I need to drum, and obviously I live in LA, and you can't have actual drum kits here. So I was like, I need to get an electronic kit, and I'd always been like I get that it's a good thing to practice all the time, but I didn't like the feel of electronic kits, so I just had never practiced on electronic kits, and then I gave in because it was COVID. What else was I gonna do? And I was like, I need to play drums.
I remember that, and you're like, I don't like it. And then you're like, no, it's fun.
Yeah, and now
now,
got a new one.
tell us about the new one, because it's special, isn't it?
Yes. So basically, this is only for drum nerds. I feel like I don't know if this is going to bore people, but essentially, I'll try to just paraphrase. DW, which is the drum company that I'm with, they
endorse you.
They endorse me. Yeah. So they they have this new product called DWE. So like DW electronic, right?
Right.
And it's essentially, it's actual drum shells. So imagine like my drum kit right now. It's those, like it's the same size shells, because electronic kits usually come in smaller sizes. This is the actual drum shells.
Right.
And once you change that mesh head, because what makes it electronic is obviously you play the mesh heads, you can change the drum head to a regular drum head. It's literally actually acoustic drums as well.
Oh.
So it's both in one. You have the regular drum kit and electronic in one drum kit.
That's great. And
Which
does
has
it-
never been done before, and it's completely wireless.
wireless.
Completely wireless. Like that's also never been done before.
And so how does it feel to play?
It's amazing. It's the best thing ever. I'm about to start like making so much content because of it.
Great.
Because I'm like so stoked on it. It's finally
So
something
it
that I
feels
can
way better than the other one.
so much better.
Yeah.
There's like barely any latency. Like I was always having issues with, because of wiring. You know what I mean? There was always wires, and like trying to get the module, like whatever you would call it, the brain of that electronic kit, the old one, to go into Logic and to have it actually translate, it wouldn't. Like it would always be like, oh, I'm hitting the hi-hat, but for some reason the snare is playing. And so
So now that's not happening.
no, and it's completely wireless. It's just Bluetooth. It's just like, Yeah, it's
That's crazy. We should tag that for any upcoming drummers.
yeah. If anyone is looking for a good like drum, like that is literally, I mean, it's the best you can get. It's top of the line, and it's not only like you essentially, even if people think it's pricey, you're getting 2 kits in one. You have to think of it that way.
So could you take it to a gig? Or?
That's what I'm saying. You could use it as it's literally an actual drum kit.
Wow.
So it's the best thing ever. So I'm gonna start making more because I've been so bad about like making content because I never really had a good electronic kit. I also didn't know, like I didn't want to spend the time to have to go rent a studio to play my real drums and mic them up and then do that whole thing. So yeah, I was lazy about it, but now I'm like,
she's back.
I'm determined. Again, 2024 goals is be camouflaged into everything and play more drums and content.
get off damn January.
It's
It's bullshit.
Bowie's goals for me. Complete damp January ASAP.
Yeah, I'm like, bye.
But yeah, so it's been good. It's been a good year so far. I can't complain.
That is exciting. We've got lots of things planned for this year. We've got so many interviews. We've got lots of content, videos. We're doing all video now.
Finally.
So we're on YouTube. We are on all podcast platforms. Give us a follow on, I was going to give my Instagram.
I mean, they can follow you.
Give us a follow at DJ Pro. No. Give us a follow at Babes Behind the Beats. And we're Babes Behind the Beats on YouTube, which is the full podcast. Will be up there.
Yeah. I love that we're going to get the full podcast so you could see every little weird face I make.
You can see the camouflage outfit and you can see Billy, who was licking her bum pretty much the whole interview.
But again, the most important part of the interview is like you can just see Billy finally.
That's right.
The cuteness of Billy. And then sometimes Tony and Pepe are here somewhere, but they're not in the studio. My dogs. If anyone doesn't know Tony and Pepe, those are my dogs. But they're somewhere around, running around, being little rascals.
That's
right. As they do.
And we're also on TikTok. Babes Behind the Beats.
Yeah, we're on everything.
Yep.
So keep up. Keep watching us. Stay tuned. We've got a lot of good guests. And thanks, Bowie, for chatting with me.
It was great. I'll see you in bloody February.
See you in February.